Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel Made with Love. My name is Heather. Today I will be making two more kinds of fudge because I misplaced a couple cans of the condensed milk. So I'm going to be making with the Reese peanut butter chips. I'm going to be making one with making the fudge, and I'm going to be using the Reese's Pieces. And I'll make another one with the Reese's Mini peanut butter cups. And then I also have with the butterscotch chips, I'm going to make a recipe with, got these little score toffee bites. And then I'm going to take the little mini score, I'm going to crush these or chop them up a little bit finer. So I'll do one like that. And I've got the chocolate and caramel sauce and pecans. I'm going to make like a turtles type of one. And then for the other side, so I'll do two. So the other butterscotch fudge, I'm going to be adding the peanut butter M&Ms. And on top of that, I'm also going to make some of my different bark. As I've got more of the other chocolate chips. I got the white chocolate chips, the dark chocolate chips, and the milk chocolate chips. And I'm going to be adding, I've got just lots of different things around here. I'm going to be adding like the mini marshmallows. I got the colored and the white. I've got Smarties, I've got 4 different kinds of M&Ms, and I got the little mini Rolos, and the O. Henry, mini O. Henry bites, and Hershey's Kisses, and just lots of other little chocolates, and I'm just going to see what I can make with make the bark with lots of things. I also want to make the bark with the white chips. I'm going to be making it with the cranberries, blueberries, and pistachios. And I think that is it. So I'll be back in a moment when I'm back in the kitchen making everything. Okay, I'm back in my kitchen. So I'm using this one. I'm using the Reese's peanut butter chips. So I'm divided between the two bowls because I'm doing a half and half. I've already got my pan divided. And so I'm just going to go and get the chips melted, and I'll be right back. Actually, while the chocolate, the butterscotch or peanut butter chips, whatever ones I'm working on right now, are getting melted, I'm going to take my Reese's Pieces mini peanut butter cups, and I'm going to chop them a little smaller because these are just a little bit too big of a bites for inside the fudge. So I'm just going to chop these up. In about 4 or 6 pieces each, just quickly, just to get smaller. I mean, they're already bite-sized, but you don't want, inside fudge. It's nicer if they're a little smaller. I'm just going to chop these up, and yeah, there's the chips. So I'll be right back. Okay, these are the Reese's peanut butter chips. So I've got them melted. So now I'm just going to add the half a can of my sweetened condensed milk. And mix it together. Then to this, I am going to add the 1 bag of the mini Reese's peanut butter cups that I chopped into about 4 or 6 pieces each. Add some in here. I'm just going to move the camera down so you can see what I'm doing. Oops. Without knocking over the tripod. Okay, so I've just got everything in here all mixed. Now I'm going to grab my prepared pan because I'm making the one batch of chips into 2 batches of fudge. So I've divided this pan in half. I'm just going to spread this in here. Just going to spread it out, get a nice even layer. And the chips were so hot that they've actually melted the Reese peanut butter cups, which is nice. I didn't know I was going to do that, but that gives it a really nice light and dark chocolate kind of a look to it. Then on the top of this one, I'm going to sprinkle, let's see. Okay, so I got this in here. So on the top of this, I am going to sprinkle the, I will sprinkle the peanut butter M&Ms on top of this one. Get a nice layer, just kind of push it down into the fudge. I'll be right back because I think the other chips, the microwave already beeped with the other chips. Okay, so I've pulled the other chips out of the microwave. They have melted. So now I'm going to add the rest of this can of the sweetened condensed milk. And to this one, I'm going to add the Reese's Pieces peanuts right in there. I'm just going to mix this in, and I'm just going to pour this into the other side of this pan. Spread it out, so nice even layer. And I'm just going to put this in the fridge overnight, and then tomorrow morning I'll do the same thing as I did to the other ones. Just I will slice it, and I'll put each piece in the, I'll slice it up into how many ever little bite-sized pieces I get, and I'll be putting each piece into a little cupcake liners, and I'll be putting them in my little tins I've got, and I'll line them with wax paper, and then I'll put the wax paper between each layer. What I didn't mention was on the other ones I did, because I had a variety of flavors, that for each layer I did its own flavor, and I wrote on the wax paper above it what kind it was below. So I'll be back in a little bit when I'm making my Christmas bark. Okay, so now I'm going to be making my bark. I've got my dark chocolate chips and my white chocolate chips. I'm just going to go melt those. I've got my pans already prepared lined with wax paper. And I'm going to do my add-ins. I'm going to make the cranberry, blueberry, pistachio in one. I've got candy cane in another one, and I'm going to do the confetti with the colored marshmallows. So when I get the chocolate melted, I'll be right back. Okay, I'm going to start with the white chocolate. I've got it melted. I'm just going to spread it across the sheet here. I'm just going to pour it out. Down, as you can see, I'm just going to spread the chocolate across the pan. Gotta work fast because the chocolate hardens fast when doing this. Just going to spread it out. And this one, I was going to do the cranberries, blueberries, and pistachios. So Sprinkle some cranberries on here. Sprinkle some of the blueberries on here. And sprinkle some of the pistachio on here. And some more cranberries over in this corner here. And some more blueberries just everywhere. Just make sure that you get pistachios and berries on like every bit of the chocolate. Pressing the berries into the chocolate, so as the chocolate hardens, the berries will stay stuck to it. So there's that one. I'm just going to go put this in the fridge, and I'll be right back with to make the dark chocolate. Okay, here's my dark chocolate. I'm going to stir it in, and it's not melted enough. I'll be right back. Okay, I've now got it melted. I'm just going to grab my pan here. Same thing, I'm just going to pour the chocolate into the pan. Now on this one, I'm going to make it the dark chocolate and candy cane. Again, just going to spread the chocolate over the whole pan. Nice even layer. Scratching on the door with my puppy. She wants out, but I can't let her out at the moment. The meter reader is out there. So she'll just be scratching at the door till I can let her out. Okay. This one I was going to make it the candy cane, so I've got some candy cane. I don't think I've got enough to do this whole sheet, so I'm just going to do half of this the candy cane. And I guess I'll do the other half with the blueberry, cranberry, and pistachios. There's the candy cane. I'm just going to make this bowl of my cranberries. And pistachios. More cranberries over in this corner. A few more cranberries up in this corner. And a few more blueberries throughout. And there, this one is done. I'm just going to tap the berries into the chocolate. Like that. And I'm just going to go put that in my fridge as well. And then when I'll be back, we're going to use the milk chocolate chips and the peanut butter and the mini colored marshmallows to make the peanut butter confetti bark. I'll be right back. Okay, for this one I've got my milk chocolate chips in the bowl. They're not melted yet, but I'm going to add in the peanut butter. So I can melt the peanut butter and the chocolate together. I'm going to do about half a cup of peanut butter, I think would be good. Make another big scoop. I'm just going to go and melt these, and then I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. I've got the peanut butter and the chocolate chips melted together. Now, you can do a double boiler and melt your chocolate on the stove. All I've been doing is using my microwave. It has a melt button. So I press melt, and then if I press 2 is to actually melt chocolate. So I don't even have to do any guesswork in how long or what temperature my microwave has to be set at to melt chocolate. This is all melted, so I'm going to pour this onto the pan. Spread it all over the pan. It's really smelling like peanut butter now. Or peanut butter and chocolate. So it's starting to smell like Reese's peanut butter cups when they start to melt. Okay, so now I'm going to add my colored marshmallows. Because this is the peanut butter chocolate confetti bark. Of course, my marshmallows are all stuck together. I'm just going to try to break them apart as I sprinkle them out. This is going to take a few minutes because my marshmallows are all hard and stuck together. I will be back when I get this done. Okay, so I've got the marshmallows all over top of the peanut butter and the chocolate chips. I'll put these in the fridge as well, and when I come back I will show you what all the different types of bark looks like. Okay, I found some more stuff in my pantry, so I've got enough I can make 2 more types of fudge and 2 more types of bark. So for my fudge, I'm going to be using the butterscotch chips, and I'm going to be using the mini score, which I'm going to chop them a little smaller, and the mini Rolos, I'm going to be chopping them a little smaller, as well as the score toffee bites that I found at the bulk barn. And then for my bark, I'm using the milk chocolate chips, and I'm going to be making one with the M&M's caramel and one with the O. Henry bites, which I'll be chopping these a little bit smaller. So when I get all my chocolate pieces all chopped up, I'll be right back. Okay, I've got all my chocolate bars chopped up. I'm going to set them aside. So in here I've got my Reese's chips. Give it a good stir. Turn this down so you can see. I'm just going to give this a good stir, and I'm going to add, this is to make the fudge, I'm going to add half of this can of the sweetened condensed milk. And to this one, I am going to add, to this one. I will add the Score chocolate bars, all chopped up. Gotta get all the toffee pieces from the center in here. Just mix this in. I've got my prepared pan. So today for this one, I'm using my double-sided meatloaf pan. I'm just going to pour this into the pan. Smooth it out. This will be my Score fudge. Just gotta press it into the corners good. And spread it down. Melted chocolate on my fingers. Okay. And on top of this, I was going to add some of the Score toffee bites. I'm just going to sprinkle a good amount in across the top of it. And where did I put it? I've got my caramel sauce. I'm going to just squeeze some of the caramel sauce across the top as well. I would also put chocolate, but I seem to be out of chocolate syrup at the moment. It's be kind of like, almost like a turtles kind of a thing if I had the right kind of nuts. There. Drizzle. And caramel sauce right across the top. And I'm going to add another layer of the Score toffee bites. Now the Score fudge is done. Get a little more in this corner here. Okay, I'm just going to set this pan aside, and I'm just going to grab the other chocolate to make the other fudge. I'll be right back. Okay, so I got these chips melted. Now I'm going to make the Rolo fudge. So I'm going to add the Rolo pieces in here, right on top of the chips before I even start to stir it. And I'm just going to grab this. And it should start to melt the Rolo pieces a bit more, because I kind of like that when some of the chocolate is more melted. It gives different flavors. Do this, and then I got to add the other half a can of the condensed milk. Like if you're making a full recipe, you would use like a full can of the condensed milk to 1 full bag of the chocolate chips, and then you add what you like. But I like to do half recipes, so I can get like 2 kinds of fudge or whatever I'm making. If I'm making cookies, I like to do my basic cookie recipe, and then I will half it near the end so I can make a variety of cookies out of one recipe. Just get more variety, and just I like to do that. Okay, so we got this all in here. Got it all mixed in. So this is the Rolo. See, the Rolo pieces have, the chocolate on the Rolo pieces have melted into this. I'm just going to grab my pan again. Just going to pour this one in. I'm going to do the same topping on this one. I'm going to use some of those Score toffee bites, because I've got some left. And of course I'll use the caramel sauce on top. Like I said, if I had chocolate syrup, I would be putting chocolate syrup on top as well, but don't seem to have any at the moment. I thought I did, so I didn't buy any when I was at the store. So we usually have all the ice cream toppings, you know, the chocolate, strawberry, caramel. My kids hardly ever use them anymore. They've gotten older and they're kind of just past making sundaes and stuff. But I really thought we had them. And then I go look in the cupboard and I've got 1 can of caramel in the cupboard, and I've got 2 open caramels in the fridge. No chocolate and no strawberry. So I don't know what happened there. Okay, so I said I've got this here, so I'm going to take more of the Score toffee bites and just sprinkle a few on, and I'm going to take my caramel sauce. I'm going to squirt some on. Yeah, see, contain if it's almost gone. Okay, I think that's all I'm going to be able to get out of that. I'm just going to sprinkle a few more of the toffee pieces on top. And I'm just going to grab my Sharpie. I'm just going to write. So I already wrote it on one side. This side here is my Score. I'm just going to make a quick. And this is the Rolo fudge. I'm just going to put these in my fridge, and I'll be back and we will make the 2 types of Christmas bark. Okay, I'm going to be making my last 2 types of Christmas bark. So I've got my pack of, this is just the milk chocolate chips. I've got them all melted here. Just giving them a quick stir. So I'll move some garbage out of my way. Thought I had everything out of my way, but I guess not. And I've got my prepared cookie sheet with the wax paper down. Just going to pour this out. Spread chocolate around. You gotta be careful because I ripped the wax paper already. Trying not to get it over where I ripped it. Do a nice even coat for this. my, for this bark, so I'm going to do one side is going to be the O. Henry bites that I chopped up. And the other side I was going to be putting the M&M caramels. So there goes the O. Henry on one side. Just we'll do it the long way. Just how I was standing here. I guess we'll just put the O. Henry all here. Just going to spread it out. More of the peanut stuff there. And then the other side, got the M&M caramel M&Ms. Put them there. So I got a space in the center here. Let's see. I've got a little tub of these M&M minis. I guess I'll just sprinkle some of the M&M minis wherever one of the larger ones went. I thought it was a larger pack. Good thing I had these M&M minis. These were actually going to put on something yesterday and then I forgot. Oh, it's okay. They're still sitting here on the island, so I'll just use them today. There. I'll sprinkle a couple of the M&Ms in with the O. Henry bites too, just because it's on the same pan. Bring the camera down so you can see. So there we go. I hope everybody really enjoyed this series of videos. I'm not sure how many parts this will be. It'll be either 2 or 3. I've done making all this fudge and bark. I really enjoyed making it. So I think I've made, I think it's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10 fudge. 10 different types of fudge. And this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I believe 6 types of bark. Anyways, I'll have everything set up when I get everything done. When all this bark and the new fudge I just made is all set and sliced, I will show what all looks like and exactly which flavor combinations, I guess you want to say, which ones I've made. And I will have every full recipe in my description boxes below, because I'm making, you know, like a half to a quarter of the recipe. So I will do the full recipes in the description box below. Please subscribe to my channel. I really hope you enjoyed my Christmas baking. Okay, bye.